So what is up, everybody? It's Ardeen here representing Gaming, and today, in light of the fact that they've taken down the best of one for Theros, we've jumped into a best of three traditional Theros Beyond Death. We've opened up this rare, the Arasta, so it's the 3/5 with reach, 2 and 2 green, and whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, we create a 1/2. So it's got reasonable utility, and it's also in a really powerful colour. So I would say that green and black, really dominant, especially in best of three as well, especially in best of three. If this wasn't in the deck, I would be looking at taking either the Lyre or the Maya's Grasp. Been really impressed with the Lyre. It, especially if you get 1 or 2, it really holds your opponents back and reduces the power of their most powerful and attacking creatures. So for us here, it's a very easy Arasta. It's also a card I've not played with yet, that I can remember anyway. Okay, and we're not entirely sure what was taken in this pack, but again, a powerful rare in Phoenix of Ash. So the red green is a very good archetype in this format, and especially because of the recursion of the Phoenix of the Ash, it's a really powerful card. A second Entrancing Light, and I've also been impressed with the War Leader. So hopefully this will wheel. I think it still does. So let's see if that's the case. So we've started off with two really powerful rares. Okay, so here we have the Maze Warden. It is an uncommon that I would be happy to pick up. So you pay 1 and it gets +1, -1 up till the end of turn. And if we are able to pick up a Labyrinth, for those of you that tuned in when I was just playing a bit of Azorius Control, we had a Labyrinth in the deck. You may have it fight a creature. So always happy to pick a Labyrinth up if we do get the Maze Warden. Otherwise, I would probably be looking at an Omen of Forge. However, I think for now we'll go with the uncommons and we'll make sure we have those firm cards. Also, the Loathsome Chimera, be happy to pick a few of those up. Let's go for the uncommons while they're around. Okay, so not the most appealing pack. Omen of the Hunt, just to sort of motivate us there slightly. I think I'm happy picking that. And here, I normally would, so we do look like we're going to be quite aggressive. I normally do like an Omen of the Dead, but I think if we do stick to the red-green plan, it's got to be the Underworld Ragehound. It's just a really excellent card. Although, always happy to splash for an Omen of the Dead as well, actually. Some of the recursion can be really powerful. I think I'm going to pick up quite a few Ragehounds, but yeah, let's start with them now. Get those 2 drops in. Okay, so here it would either be for me. For me, it would either be the Oracle, or Succession Training, or the Colossus. The Colossus is nice and really powerful, especially in these red-green decks. But I think getting a quick early start in is really important. So I'm happy to pick up the Oracle here. Okay, Cetesian Petitioner. We will be picking up quite a few green cards, so there is chance that Devotion to Green is a thing. Don't really want anything else. Okay, and a War Leader. So I don't think it's the one from our pack, but we do have one, and that's going to be quite strong. Okay, so we're not really looking to sacrifice in this deck, although we can. We do have that outlet, and so if you do kind of end up picking these up along the way, but I'm happy picking up an Impending Doom, especially if we kind of get one of these 2 drops going followed by an Impending Doom. I mean, yes, it does deal 3 damage to you when that creature dies, but you know, nice. Locked in caps, brilliant. Okay, so very much happy to pick up the War Leader, a second War Leader. I think this was the one in my pack. So yeah. So what are you doing? Some DOS programming? So they are rid of Mountain's Blaze. See, I've not really been impressed with this card, but I know every time I see someone play a red deck, they're playing it. So, I mean, we're just fine, I guess. Happy to pick it up and move on. Both of these cards not too impressed with. Probably sideboard the Frill just for now. Oh, wait, actually. No, that was probably the wrong pick because we are playing with a sideboard, aren't we? Brilliant. Oh, brilliant, I'll golem. Not ideal, right? Not ideal. And the set is coming. Okay, what a... okay, actually this second pack isn't too bad. Got the Arachne. This is an excellent card to get back from the graveyard. Kills any sort of flying creature. And actually, looking at the pack, there's not too much in our colours regardless. I mean, the Phoenix and the Rasta, very strong cards. Let's take the Arachne, and I think we also need to start looking for some elements of removal as well outside of this. Okay. So, not that interested in the Celebrant. Although I kind of guess if we are going on the attack straight away, it would have utility. How many cards have we got that's got power 4 or greater? So we can always buff these up pre-combat. I'm not sure about the Stampede Rider. I mean, if we are having the Stampede Rider, the green-red deck is the deck to go with. We possibly don't need too many more 5-drops, is the thing. Return to Nature, good sideboard card. We don't need to pick it up yet, though, and I'm not that fussed about splashing black for Maya's Grasp. Maybe we do take the Celebrant. No, we want to really save our 2-drop spot, I guess, for more Rage Hounds. So let's take the Stampede Rider. We might not end up playing it, but if we do, it could be excellent. Okay. Treacherous Blessing enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, and then it deals 1 every time you cast a spell. Okay. Okay, so we were not in a second Oracle. I mean, they can be powerful, especially if we do strap them up early game with the Impending Doom. Because we're not really going to be taking much else. I mean, Return to Nature, to be fair, you can... Oh, sorry about that. I'm not entirely sure what that echo is going to be from. I might just check that later. Good for the heads up there, thank you. So, I might go for the Return to Nature. What do you guys think? Just for the sideboard? Okay, cheers for that. Yeah, I'll double check that after the stream. Okay, so for me it's going to either be the Return to Nature or the second Oracle. I think I might go, just to start building the sideboard up a little, go for the Return to Nature. Okay, so for here, I think actually Citizen Training is always nice to have, especially when we... Yeah, so the Nature's good, and I think I'm thinking of the Mystic Repeal. I'm more than happy to main deck it, just for that kind of a bit of a combat trick. Maybe the Black Splash was on, perhaps. Well, no, let's go for Citizen Training here. Not been very happy with the Skirmisher at all. Okay, go for the training. And okay, so here, although I would love to pick up a Final Flare, especially because you can sack enchantments to it. Here I want to be picking up the Typhon. For me, it's one of the best green common cards in the set. So yes. Other than that, there is the Nyx Herald, equally good, but I don't think I've actually got. Oh, actually no. So we've got one. Yeah, so we're not actually huge on enchantment creatures. So I think for me here, it's going to be the Typhon. Also fills out the curve quite nicely. I think I might actually go in on this Impending Doom plan. I've pulled it off. Oh yeah, the Herald. Yeah, with the trample. That is a good shout actually. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I don't really have anything that has trample. I mean, I can give it with the training. No, that is a good shout, Hobgoblin. I should start thinking about that actually. So here with this pick, I think I'm gonna. Although a plummet would be lovely. I mean, there's lots of white flyers, blue flyers. I think I'm gonna go for the second Impending Doom, purely because I've seen lots of times how devastating it can be when we strap up these creatures on turn 3 and we're going in for 5 or 6 damage. Certainly don't want a second petitioner. Thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Hope you can catch some more streams in the future as well. Yeah, so let's go for the Impending Doom. Ah, okay. So here we don't really need a second Omen of the Hunt. I'm going to sideboard the Omen of the Dead. And in case we do end up splashing black, in case some sort of really good removal does come round, let's pocket the Traveler's Amulet. Wow, we're really pushing for these omens. Okay. So we've already got a Frill for the sideboard and a Cunning. I'm not going to be playing any of these. Gift of Strength. The problem with Gift of Strength, of course, in this set is that there's so many really good enchantments that just playing a combat trick like that that doesn't stick around. Okay. So our rare is Heliod's Intervention. Sorry, really useful, especially it can be very powerful in draft because of the sheer amount of enchantments that are going around. Some really good black cards. The Triumph, it's okay. It's not exactly the kind of card that I like to play with. It's very slow build up. Yeah, Hobgoblin. Not many people are. I think it's more prevalent, especially in the white decks where you can flash in enchantments a lot more. That not only act as combat tricks but stick there as well. So you kind of get a long-lasting sort of use out of them. So, such as Indomitable Will actually. Indomitable Will really does sort of fit that characteristic, and I've been caught by it a few times. So here, Triumph is a little bit too slow for me, especially because what I'm trying to do in the third turn is either strap Impending Doom on one of these creatures or play an Omen of the Hunt to ramp into one of these. And so I think I've got to Return to Nature. Currently it's in the sideboard. Might make the main deck, but for me here, it's a sad pack 3 pick one. But I'm going to go for Omen of the Forge. Excellent. Okay, so really we've got some really strong cards here. Picking up Anax is really useful, simply because it can regenerate. Well, when one of your creatures die, you get a 1/1 token in its place. It's also an enchantment creature and could potentially grow strong enough to help our Stampede Rider. Nothing else really sticks out except for the Dreamstalker Manticore, which is very powerful, but we won't be playing too many cards on our opponent's turn. So let's go for Annex. And here, very much nothing for us. I'm not too fussed about the Grove Dancer. I'm conscious we haven't got enough playables just yet. Inspiring Awe isn't the kind of card that I like to play at all. So, do we just pick up another War Leader for the sideboard? I mean, we're not going to be splashing anything else. Okay, so here... I wanted to pick up the Final Flare, but Fateful End can deal damage to any target. Now, obviously 5 toughness creatures. There's quite a few in this set, so this is good to get through it. But I think we want quite a low curve. Oh, mind you, that is low curve, but we do have to sacrifice something such as Omen of the Hunt or Stessian Training, or maybe even the Arachna to bring it back. But I think here we've got to go for Fateful End just because it can deal direct damage to our opponent as well, and I think that's why that's going to be my pick. Okay, so Revelers I don't like at all, although yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of it. There are a couple of artifacts which drive me crazy in this set, and I always wish I have this card when the time comes. Here I'm going to take quite a controversial card. I'm going to go for Hydra's Growth. I know people hate it. It's a slow card. It does sort of attract people for that 2-for-1 value, but when you land it, especially if you can hit with it straight away, it does become whatever creature it's attached to does become a creature that person has to deal with, and so you can almost direct their removal. So I think I'm going to pick up Hydra's Growth. I've only ever had success with it, so hopefully that doesn't be my downfall today. Okay, so here, not too much fussed about the Nyxborn Brute. It's just that toughness of 3 just makes it, instantly targetable, and it never really seems to do the job that you want it to do. What am I doing like for playable? So I've got Return to Nature that I probably will end up playing. Okay, 3rd. I mean, I'm not going to be playing a Grove Dancer, I don't think. So what I'll do is I'll take the Brutes just in case I do get into any matches where that comes up. And Hero of Nyxborn, it's a card I've not played with yet. I don't think I've actually played Red-White in this set at all, which is interesting. But here it's going to be an easy Wardens for us. We've got plenty of enchantments going, and it provides us that little bit of reach, so it does start to deal with airborne creatures. Now, Furious Rise is a very interesting one, because it's interesting because that card draw can come in really useful towards the end game. However, it does start to dictate what you can and can't play. At the minute, we've only got 3 creatures which naturally, draw on that power 4 or more. But what I'm actually going to take, so I'm going to put, they're reading the sideboard. I'm actually going to take the Wings. I've never played it on stream, but off stream I've had so much success with it. So for example, on turn 3, playing it and equipping it on a Rage Hound, that's actually huge. Okay, so it kind of makes the Rage Hound that has to attack each turn, it makes it more difficult to block. So, and it also kind of starts to lower my curve slightly. Triumph, it came round, so we can pick it up again. I'm not sure what you all think. I don't know if you've had any success with it. I don't think I have, is my issue. Gift for the sideboard. Okay, so here we're just going to take any uncommons. Final Flare came round. Perfect. Okay, so we do have some cuts to make before we jump in. So on the premise, this looks like a reasonable deck. I think, unless anyone else is saying otherwise, I think I'm going to cut the Triumph And what else do we have? Let's check the. We only have 13 creatures. But actually, there's. Would that be enough? 13 creatures. It's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal. I probably wanted to pick up a couple more 2-drops. I mean, I don't really want to just shoehorn the skirmisher in for no reason. So, in terms of lands, this is a deck where we could. Do I need the Omen? Probably. Actually, maybe I don't need the Omen. Enchantments. What enchant? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 enchantments. Maybe I could get rid of. Okay. What I might actually do, I think, because my curve is quite low, I don't need to splash for anything. So I think I can get rid of the Omen, maybe get rid of a mountain, and play the Skirmisher. 16 lands. The question is, how am I actually winning the game? And I think I'm going to be winning via the Phoenix of Ash. So this will make it 14 creatures, 10 non-creatures. And obviously I'll be generating more creatures hopefully through the Annex and also the Spider. Yeah? You happy with that, Hobgoblin? Do you think we're doing good? Or do you think adding the Skirmisher in was a mistake? I'm just thinking of, you know, trying to round it off a little bit. Okay, so I think this is going to be the deck that we end up with. Thank you for catching the draft. No, I think it looks good. Good. Thank you for catching the draft portion, and hope you can join us for the games. I really like this add to decks function now. Actually, that's quite nice. It's probably nothing that the draft decks are ever going to be kind of like useful, but I kind of guess it is good if you draft a really good deck and a friend drafts a really good deck, and you want to kind of play each other with that. Haha. No, I don't think I'm actually doing too good with. I don't think I'm actually doing too good with draft this month either. In all fairness, Band Geek Supreme. I think I might be in gold as well. Oh, it doesn't tell you because I'm not playing ranked, am I? I think I am in gold. Right, let's play first. Let's mulligan first. Okay, this is much better. Here. Okay, so we're definitely keeping 6. Here I can get rid of the Impending Doom because I just don't have a creature to attach it to. Fateful End and Omen of the Forge will all buy me a little bit of time before I can get to the War Leader. Okay, Mountain Go. Well, these are really cool sleeves. Rage Hound is good. Hello. I think I'm going to get this out of the way now. Ah, disaster. I really don't like mulligan into 5. Just lowers your win percentage down so much. Okay. more than happy to get rid of Timuret. So 2 quite strong cards to start with. And let's see how we go. So we get the Stampede Rider out. Fateful End will allow us to scry. Okay, so the issue here is that I don't get to scry if I don't deal the damage, and I won't deal the damage because Oppo will sack the Lampad. So I think we pass here. I think we pass and then Omen of the Forge at the end of turn to unless they play something that we can Fateful End, but then again Lampard will be looking to sack. So Omen of the Forge at the end of turn. What's Oppo keeping up? I think Oppo's keeping up Final Death. So if Oppo is keeping up Final Death, they have to use all of their mana on it pre-combat, because if not, the Stampede Rider will get through. They definitely have it. Here we go. End of turn, Final Death on War Leader. Or have they got Omen of the Dead to bring back Timuret? Okay. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Nice, 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 nice. All of these things are very good, Oppo. So here I'm going to play Fateful End on the Lampad and then play the Rage Hound. That's a nice little play from Oppo there. So we're playing Fateful End now. Ooh. I mean, I can't be bottoming removal spells, can I? So we played Fateful End there just as our opponent was tapped out. Okay, so Oppo's going to bring possibly the Rage Hound out this turn, which would be good. They're hovering over it. They would have to get rid of 3 other cards, so 1, 2, and 3, leaving Timuret in the graveyard, perhaps. Leaving Lampad in the graveyard. Okay. Nice. So this can block that, can't it? So can't block and has to block each turn. In which case, let's play out the War Leader. Oh, this has to attack, doesn't it? I mean, happy to trade. No? Okay. Seems good. Perhaps got away with it there. Gives us another turn to buy our wings. So I don't know what everyone's thoughts is about this card. I haven't been impressed with it. I think 2 in a red and exiling 2 to create a 1/1 that can't block. Too weak unless you've got some sort of buff spell. Final Flare, nice. Nice. And now we're in a little bit of a... Okay. I don't like this position at all. Oppo's not blocking, that's interesting. So gain a couple of life. Block the Rage Hound with the Petitioner this turn. Then I've got 5. Nice, yes, we were talking about this Okay, cheers, Hobgoblin. Have a good one. Nice. Okay, so if it is a Satyrs Cunning for our opponent, that does leave them just shy of cards for Rage Hound. Nice. It's not good for us here. GG's opponent. Okay. That liar got us. Not ideal at all. Okay. Now, one thing that would actually have taken us over that turn would have been the impending doom, but we were a little bit late with it. I think I just rerun the deck out. I don't think there's any sort of immediate changes we needed. We just didn't really get our top end or any of our rears out. But we were fine with the lands, so... Oppo seems to be doing a lot of sideboarding on the other hand. Come on, Oppo, what are you up to? Interesting. Oppo? Okay. Nice. The world's longest sideboard, perhaps. Maybe Oppo just went for a bathroom break. Okay, so here it's not ideal, is it? We've got lots of early card draw, but let's mulligan. Okay. I am happy going forward like this. Let's get rid of one mountain and let's start as fast as we can. Okay, so Oppo and I will be trading 1-for-1 blows for the time being. Nice. Incendiary Oracle. Pantheon. Okay. I wonder what that means. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Okay, so I'm going to go out as fast as possible here. Use all of my mana as efficiently as possible. Get the Maze Warden. Because if our foe doesn't play a creature this turn, we're going in for a lot. Nice. So they've got the Lyre. They can pin down the Arachnia this turn. Unless they have a second... Ah, no, they had the Pantheon, of course. So, let's go... So I can play that and then play 2. Or if I paid 3 with that, it's 1 extra damage, but I couldn't play a creature. So let's play 2. Let's gain that 3 life. Let's bump this twice. Going for 5. Of course, if Oppo untaps here, they've got to use a lot of mana to retap. And if Oppo doesn't play this properly, they may lose this round. Okay, so they've got 3 mana open. Interestingly, they've played a creature that can't block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven or 5? Seven's not a win, is it? Although they have got... No, let's do it. So now Oppo needs to play a number of creatures. They've chosen not to untap the Lyre. Watch them play a second one. Okay, so Oppo goes in for 4. And now they've got to do a lot. GG. Okay. Oppo didn't have any creatures that could block there, so that's perfectly fine for us. It does mean we go into round 3. Again, we haven't really got much. I mean, bringing another war leader would be amazing, but I think it really was the it's the Maze Warden that does a lot of the work in this deck. And also it can add as a little bit of a trick. So say if your opponent is targeting it and they haven't attributed more mana to the cause than is necessary, you can just buff the Maze Warden and it can't be targeted by the Lyre anymore. So it's a nice little trick. Some opponents that are kind of new to playing that card, because it doesn't come around a lot, can fall for that. So Oppo is clearly going to go first. They've got a very much a play deck. Wow. Again. 3 mulligans so far. It's not ideal. What do I get rid of here? Mystic Repeal or the wings? A part of me wants the wings, you know. This opponent, they haven't shown anything that can fly. I don't think. So boom, we get our second forest. Okay. So the priest is good. Happy to play a hound here. Next turn, we can put the wings on it and keep attacking in. That would be a beautiful shout, if at all possible. What Oppo may have something on their agenda for it. Okay, so no blocks for me this turn. They're likely to play another ground creature that can block. Underworld Charger. Okay. So that's going to be excellent for next turn. So here I just have to go and do it. Just because they'll want to trade off the Hound with the Charger. And so I'm going to take 5 this turn, at least 5, but okay. So this is a little bit of a pain. Ideally I would like to play out the Wardens, but I think what I have to do is go for all of their mana. I have to risk it with all of their mana first. This is going to be a really tight finish. Let's see if Oppo has another land. They do. Okay. This doesn't stop activating the... it doesn't stop abilities though. So this static ability could be relevant. Nice. That's one way to deal with it. And now Elia could technically tap down the spider. It doesn't need to. Okay, that. Think I do that now? Did they want a trade there? Okay, you go for that. Let's see what... Okay, this is great for us. So we know we need to attack with that. A part of me wants them to tap out whilst this is down. Because one more mana and I can play both of these. Because if I were just to play this, it's a lot of wasted mana. I don't like wasting mana. Nice. That's true, but what can you do, Oppo? I guess you can sacrifice the wings. No, they can't sacrifice wings because they don't own the wings, do they? Okay, so past the blockers, no blockers. That's fine. I'm happy with that. So here I think this doesn't gain menace, does it? It just gains first strike. I think here I have to go in with both just to see if I can... Okay, pass turn. So they're going to likely untap. They're going to try and buff this and... Because I can't attack with this, surely. Regardless, Return to Nature is going to hit something this turn. If they play a big enchantment creature, that would be... Okay, so they're playing this. They're going to tap... What are they doing? It's such a really exciting finish to this game. But the crux of the matter is, they need to play another creature, and they do. They do. Okay. Well, is that enough? I think it... So, pass to attacks. Okay. I'm going to return to nature the Lyre, just to get it out of the way. And my turn. Beautiful. So, what I was going to do is attach this to this and just pump it. However, I don't need to do that. I can swing with these two, which is perfectly fine. This doesn't have reach, this doesn't have reach. Swing with those two. Get a block. Fire off the Omen of the Forge. Give them the GGs. Get those two live. And there we go. That was a really kind of well thought out game. Oppo, I did notice, got slightly mana screwed, so not 100% fair. But we didn't do too well on our mana in all fairness as well. So, on to game 2. Okay, so game 2, we're against Archeon. 14. We're on the draw. We are in the draw, so we've got 2 chances to pick up. Actually, no, we haven't got a creature, have we? Okay, this is better. This is better. Give them the hello, because I think they said hello to us. Okay. Hero of the Pride. So here I am more than happy to play out the hero. To play out the Rage Hound rather. Wow, that is some strong play there. They will be very much annoyed when I play out the Phoenix. Now the question is, do I double down here? Do I use the Hydra's Growth? Or do I play out the Maze Warden as an attempt to block them? I think I do, because then... Yeah, I think I do in this situation. So play out the Maze Warden. Just fine. Attack with the Phoenix. Because then hopefully next turn I'll have enough mana to do... Okay, so Oppo clearly has something, don't they? This, all they have to do is play an enchantment. They've clearly got Force of Will, however. And if they do have Force of Will, it's got to target Hero of the Pride. In which case, yes, let's do that. Force of Will. Oh, the Mantle. Nice, 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 nice. Doesn't give it trample though. Oh, okay. What? Oh, I'm thinking of the other one, aren't I? Okay, great. That's fine by me. Here, in which case, I will cast the. Let's cast the Oracle. See if they have a removal, any like counter spell. So they have something. Let's cast this on this anyway. They likely have the... Oh, they got Jeff Laptry, of course. And now, actually, the Phoenix becomes a must deal with. So no blocks. They don't really have anything at instant. Interesting. What should I do here? Should I play this down, get some green devotion? I think I do. And I'm going for combat with both. I think I do. Put this. And now Oppo has to deal with the Phoenix this turn. See, I told you. The Hydra's Growth. It's a good card. Don't let anyone ever tell you differently. Okay. I'm looking at my sideboard as if I've actually got anything to sideboard in. And I don't. I think I've got the best configuration of the deck available to me. So more than happy just to jump back in, keep playing. Perfect. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well today. Hope chat's doing well. Wow, this is the first in 5 games that we haven't had to mulligan. Obviously we're stuck with the skirmisher. Not too happy about that, but we will get there for a Rasta. We've got the 2 green already. Actually, it looks like a decent keep. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so this puts enchantment on the bottom of owner's library. Let's play out the forest for now. Session champion. I am more than happy to use. Okay, so that was a misplay then in the end, I guess. But never mind. Stampede Rider. No, so this won't give me. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really good, actually. So this is just a Merfolk, isn't it? So what do I do here? I think I go for the Fateful End, just because this can become very troublesome for us. More than happy to keep Impending Doom. More than happy. And we're going to hit for 4. And we've got Mystic Repeal. So if Oppo does play a big enchanted creature. Okay, so this has Trample, doesn't it? Do I risk Impending Doom? I think I do. Let's have a go. Okay, so Oppo has something, which we will probably see. Which we'll probably see in a second. There is scope for putting Impending Doom on the Skirmisher. Okay, so let's take this back to our hand. Oh no, actually it doesn't, does it? Does this count as dying? If it, I actually don't know about that. If you flicker a creature, does it count as dying? If that creature dies, what does it flicker do? It exiles. Okay. So yeah, let's not do that. Let's just resolve that. That's fine. Either way, that trade is good for me. Okay. Oppo needs to discard 2 or an enchantment. They've got mana to play an enchantment, so... Okay, so they got rid of the mantle. Oppo's not playing any creatures. Interesting. Okay, so... I think I play out the Typhon. It's nice. Nice. Good synergy there. And I actually don't think Oppo has anything. Sadly. Okay, so they do have that. Okay, that's not good for Oppo. Here I think I'm going to Mystic repeal the Itchy Fish and go to combat. And here I'm going to play out Arasta. And I think that will see Oppo concede. I've kept the Return to Nature just because it's got a little bit more utility. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I don't like winning like this, but okay. Give him the GGs. Well, that's why we picked Omen of the Forge. That's one of the reasons for it. It just gets that little bit of incremental damage. It can be used as a combat trick, and you have that scry function afterwards. Fantastic utility. Okay. So, pick these up. And we're moving to game 3. So we've got 2 wins so far. We decided today to play Theros Best of 3. It is sad that Best of 1 has disappeared, but sometimes happens. I would have liked to have seen it stick around for the entirety of February, actually. That would have been good. I hardly got any games with it, in Best of 1 anyway. So we're playing Sky. Play first. Okay, and again this is looking alright. We don't have a creature as an early drop. But, you know, hopefully we can get that extra land. Get the Typhon out. Some more excellent sleeves. Okay, so we can play out the wings. So Oppo's going full on Nyx lands. Don't blame them. Ah, and here is our problem. So we've had 2 draws and weren't able to pick up anything of use. Let's see what our Oppo does. This is a really powerful rear, so hopefully. Okay, so they're cracking their Traveller's Amulet. Does that come into their hand? Yes. They haven't played their... Ah, so they've only limited themselves to that. Here we go. Perfect. So here I think we just... What would be best? What would be best here? I think playing out the Typhon. Okay. It's a really powerful card. We're going to pop the wings on it. In fact, what we could do is we could pop the wings and Impending Doom, hit them for 7, and then the ball's in their park, I guess. But let's see what they play. Aspect. I think in this instance, I'm going to get rid of the War Leader and the Final Flare. Not ideal by any means, but that's going to be excellent, isn't it? Okay, Spider it is. Let's put Oppo back on the back foot. The wings are just dying to get out there. So Oppo is splashing for blue. So I think they have Eutropia, which is obviously an excellent card, and 100% yes, play it if you have it. So for me here, I'm going to give Oppo. A choice, like deal with it. Can't we block this turn? So now Oppo's in a predicament now. Okay. Have you forgot the spider's got reach? No? My turn. Okay, so here we do have an issue. In that, what would I rather it kill? So this is obviously gonna go in, right? Do I actually keep this back and kill the boar, and then just go in with the spider, flying spider? I think I do. So let's actually. Okay, so let's equip this onto the spider, and then let's go in with the spider. Oh, this has to attack, doesn't it? Okay, well that's actually fine by me. That is actually fine. That's better than I actually considered, in all honesty. So now what's worth noting is I could get 6 life back here if this survives. I should have done that pre-combat, so that was a mistake. But let's see. Oppo might be seeing if I've got a creature or not. No. So they're trading there. Well, not trading, but so that will get a zombie token at the end of their turn, maybe. Oh no, what is it? It's a exile enchantment card. Okay. So Oppo's really considering it. Okay. So here I can drop this and grab 6 life. Excellent. I'm going to play that down and end my turn. Should possibly have equipped this for flying. So a couple of little punts there. And so Oppo's got some decisions to make now. And if I was them, I wouldn't actually be too sure what to do. They can't attack him with Ephemia because all I have to do is pump the Typhon once, attach the wings to it, and I'm in. Okay, there's lots of spells in this set that can have those pumps. If they're going with the boar, I mean, what are they doing? They're taking out a petitioner, and I gain a card. No qualms for me. Happy. Okay. So they go up to 10. Oppo's got to play some decent cards now. Okay, so we actually telegraphed that they had the Utopia. Okay, so that's not new information for us. So here I think I go in. Like they have to, or do I swap these around and still go in? I think I do. So do I give that flying and then trade that for that? Because the only way that they can actually trade that is if they block with both, which they're not going to do. So here I'm going to attack him with both. Oh, wow. Wow. Really? Is it really that scary for you? Arasta is demanding a lot of respect here. So what have they got for... so have they got Omen? They could have Omen... Or did I order those? I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. Okay, wow. So here... I didn't even think about that. Wow. Here I'm not going to play this because that'll just attack in and they'll obviously trade. Okay, yeah. That was actually a really strong win, even though I made 2 mistakes and killed that creature without even thinking about it. For me, if I can do exactly the same, this will be a fantastic game. I feel quite sorry for Hobgoblin in chat because they helped me devise this deck. A couple of picks. Sadly popped out for lunch before they was able to see it. Hopefully they can catch the replay. I've had a couple of opponents that have taken a long time sideboarding against me. How interesting. Come on, Oppos, what are you doing? How long do you get? Is it like a minute and a half to sideboard, or? It's where you start to check to make sure you've not disconnected. Wow. Okay. They could have sideboarded in a completely different deck. Blue-white control or something. Okay, excellent. Phoenix of Ash on turn 3. Can't ask for more. We've got a 2-drop. It's all looking good for us. And we've got our fourth land for the Maze Warden, which if we stick some wings on, that's going to be good. We'll play the Oracle out. Possibly keep Return to Nature in case they play something. Okay. Could be a removal spell. A counter spell rather. It might be. Okay, that's interesting. If I hit for 4 here, I'll be extremely happy. Flashing the Omen. Okay. So they'll be wanting to pick up their second black. Second green. Okay. Okay. So. What do we want to do here is the question. That deals 5, doesn't it? So, what I could do... So, if a creature dealt damage by the Oracle this turn would die, exile it instead. I'm just swinging Oppo. Entirely up to you what you do. Okay. So for me here, I think I want to get rid of the boar. It's the biggest threat that we saw. And to get rid of the boar, I sadly have to get rid of the spider. But spider's better off in the graveyard, and also the boar will get exiled, I think. Will it not? Because dealt damage. Oh, if if a creature dealt damage by it this turn would die, exile it instead. Oh, does this have to be on the battlefield? Well, that's a bit annoying. Okay. Maybe I should have played the spider out first. That is really strange. I didn't think it read like that, but what do I know? Oppo's got way too much mana open for my liking. Unless they really are digging. Okay, so I need to exile 4 cards for this, don't I? So I'm hoping Oppo plays some sort of big enchantment creature, which I can use with the Return to Nature. But doing 4 damage a turn is just excellent. I mean, Oppo needs to get a creature down ASAP. They can't really get anything that's a flyer down purely because of the Arachne. It's a huge scrying decision for them, it seems. If you can't decide, Oppo, toss a coin. Two on the bottom. So they are digging for something. I think they found a great card. It's not an enchantment creature, sadly. Okay, my turn. Okay, so here we have an option. It feels like Oppo has something. But I think... Okay. That's excellent. So I win next turn unless Oppo can deal with Phoenix of Ash. So, no, okay. I'd have loved to have seen Oppo's hand. Did they flood out, perhaps? They must have done, right? I mean, they left all this mana up. Okay, so we've got the 3 wins so far. Let's see if we can get to the 5. I mean, it was a really strong deck. We picked two rare cards during the draft. Arasta the Spider was our pick, and then we got past the Phoenix, and I think they picked a common. How many uncommons are there? There's 3 or 4. If it was 3, they picked an uncommon. Okay, I've got to mulligan this. That's annoying, isn't it? That's annoying. Okay. So what do I do? What do I do? I mean, you win with the Phoenix, right? You don't win with the Rage Hound. Never punished. Never punished. I always said that Magic's a really easy game when you just draw whatever cards you need. Okay, they're going to drop a Maya's Grasp on it. Which is fine. Here, I'm going to go for Maze Warden. And then, this is why we picked up the wings. Oppo also has wings. What are you doing with your wings, Oppo? Okay, so equip the Maze Warden. Pump the Maze Warden. There's nothing else we can do. Let's just see if Oppo has anything at all. And now Oppo's on a 3-turn clock. Maybe even a 2-turn clock, so I can pump it. Okay. You're putting the wings on the Nexus? Happy to fight it in the air. Let's go in, see what Oppo does. You imagine they'll block. They haven't blocked. Changing it to 6-1 doesn't change the clock, does it? But I can play out the Typhon. End turn. Oppo, what have you got? I don't understand. I don't understand what's in the hand. They must be short on green, is what I'm kind of coming down to. Okay, so they're going to attach the wings to the Grove Dancer. Maya's Grasp as well, perhaps? No? Okay, an interesting one. I'm gonna obviously go in with both. See what happens. Are they gonna double block perhaps? If they double block, that would be a great idea because it stops me from really doing much. But they don't, so okay, happy to deal that. And now we're gonna pop down the Nexus Wardens. And I am more than happy to start don't really need to pass this over, do I? I'm more than happy to start gaining life. I think Oppo is kind of mana screwed on green. I think that's what's holding them back here. Okay, second Wardens. That won't do it, sadly, I don't think. Yeah, they must be mana screwed on green, trying to pick out the green card which will serve them best. Okay, so let's go in, see what they do, because now they do have to distribute their blockers appropriately. Seems good. Seems good. So I'm obviously going to pump the Maze Warden. Although, is this becoming a triggered ability? Because sacrifice, hubris, yeah. Okay. That's all good. And I'm going to play out the Incendiary Oracle. Of which I'm going to attach the wings. So I'm going to attach the wings to it just because these big threats on the ground have to be blocked. And so if Oppo chooses to block there, that they lose, but if they choose to block there, then they'll lose as well. This can also be pumped, remember, so that's really important. But I think Oppo might be conceding here and going on to game 2. Okay, no need to show them that. Show them as little information as possible. Okay. I think Oppo might be a little bit annoyed about that. Tepigo to Bimbas. Nice. What a name. Okay, so I'm going to jump straight back in. I don't think there's anything else we need to do with this deck. We've got enough kind of power that we can get down on the board. And that game, did I mulligan to what, 5 on that game? Was it that one? Yes, it was, yes. because I drew the mountain into straight away, which enabled the phoenix. Awesome. I haven't seen anybody with a trophy pet. Okay, this is going to be a mulligan. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody with a trophy pet yet. Wow. I'm just running hot today, I guess. So this is the reason we picked up a couple of impending dooms, in that we want to be attacking in for as much damage on turn 3 as possible. And for us to attack in with 5 with the ability to pump it up is absolutely huge, actually. I mean, Oppo's going to want to keep this as alive as possible. Okay, so the Maya's Grasp is good. Have they got anything else, though? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oppo's attacking. That's really interesting, actually. That's really interesting that Oppo's gone on the offensive there. I'm gonna attack in as well and put the pressure on, because now it gives Oppo a choice. The fact that you can pump this for 2 is really big game. Okay, so what's going on here? Fighting? Are you playing the Warbriar Blessing? That'd be a bit cocky if you were. Hubris Wings. Oh, brilliant. Are you giving it to the champion? Presumably you're not going to attack him with a champion then. No. Trampling. The wings. Target enchantment on the bottom of the graveyard. I could blow them out. What would that make? That would make it a 5. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Oppo's checking the possibilities. Beautiful. Nice. So it looks like, kind of stemming off from our discussion of last game, it looks like this has to actually kill it. If a creature dealt damage by the Oracle this turn would die, exile it. So maybe it either has to kill it, or it has to remain on the battlefield for it to do that. That's interesting. I know they always say read the cards, but wow, everybody's got a boar. What are you targeting this with 1 mana for? Attacking in? Nice. Okay. You're... Okay, so I can pump this twice and kill it, or I can Yeah, honestly, I'm more than happy to do whatever you want to do, Oppo. We will very much play your game. My creature comes back and yours sadly doesn't. And there's lethal being presented, so you need to do something. So what I could actually do, no, that's way too coy to do that. I was thinking of, so this deals 3 damage to me. So I could pump this for 1. So what I was thinking of doing was sacrificing my enchantment, because it just says that when an enchanted creature dies. So I could sacrifice my enchantment, ping it for 5, and then the Oracle trade with it, and I don't take 5, but I do lose the Flare. I think I'd do that maybe. So it saves me 3 life. And then we pump this. And that's an excellent trade between those two. This goes into the graveyard, so now I've got 4. So if they did do anything to the Phoenix, I can just bring it back next turn. Okay, so that's good for them. It gains them a lot of life. Temple Thief. Not an enchantment. Nice. Okay, so what do I do here then? Surely you've got to play that on one of these creatures. Yeah. Okay. So for me here then, I would be blocking this. I would 100% be blocking it. Okay, more than happy with this trade, which is good. And then try and use as much mana as possible by playing out the War Leader. There's no cards which make me creatures, is there? It's not like the Billy Goat's Gruff thing from the last set. And then let's see what Oppo does. So if they've got an enchantment, they've very much won. If they haven't got an enchantment, so they're going to put the wings on something. Cetacean Champion for maximum damage. Looks good. Looks very good to me. So can I risk attacking? Depends what my card draw is, I think. I think here because I can't play this in attack, because if I play this in attack with that, so I need to play this afterwards, don't I? Okay, so let's go in with the War Leader. Shame I haven't got 1 more mana. Oppo's going to be scared and they're going to block, which is excellent. And now I can... I've got 1 more mana next turn. I do get a lot back, don't I? So it's either the Petitioner, which will only give me 2 life, but then I will be attacking in for 6, 7, 8, potentially 9, 10, and it's not enough, no matter what our oppo plays. So I think I've got to play the Phoenix, get rid of these. Oh, it's only 3, is it? That's fine. So I think I've got to play the Phoenix. And this is actually where I kind of wished that I had saved the Flare. I didn't need to play it. I wanted, with them playing black, I didn't want them to play Omen of the Dead and get it out of the graveyard. Nice, GG's. GG's. Yeah, nothing I can do. Nothing I can do there. Okay, so it looks like we're going on to game 3. So perhaps there I should have played the Petitioner. Interestingly, if they gave me that 2 life, they would have killed it. Okay, but that's fine. I can be a little bit smarter this time. Do I? You know what? Actually, no. I think the deck's fine. We've had lots of success with it, and we're not going to let one setback. We're not going to let one setback change the way that we play the deck. Very much not. Oh, awesome, Hobgoblin. Yes, so we've won the first. Is it 3 matches or 2 matches? And we're 1-1 here. So we're doing really well actually. Happy to keep this. We had a little bit of a setback in the last game. We played one of the flares a little bit too early. We tried to be coy and exile one of their 10-6 boars, which we did, but then they were left with a Cetesian champion, which was 4/5, that we couldn't really get rid of. So mixed results so far, but that's fine. Okay. So the skirmisher's coming in. What was for lunch? Was it good? Oh yeah, 100%. Use your Maya's Grasp on that. 100%. Okay, so here I think I actually. So I want to keep the Omen of the Forge and the Mystic Appeal. Here I think I actually run out the Stampede Rider. Okay, so it's Tessin Champion. Let's try and edge out a block. Obviously not. It'd be silly. At the Wardens. Brilliant. Bathing suit season. Yeah, no, I'm actually feeling it. I've tried to lose a little bit of weight since Christmas myself, to be fair. It's going alright in all honesty. Okay. So not ideal here. Yes, I can. Just give me a second. Oops. Sorry, I haven't got the right screen up. Oops. Resolve. Okay. When did that work? Or did it work on your side? Okay. Oh, did I not? There you go. Sorry, I forgot. I put the exclamation mark instead of the. No worries, no worries at all. Okay. Okay, so here, I think what I'm going to do is I could race it with Hydra's Growth, get a bit of life back. I think I might do. Oppo is only going to be gaining. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Okay. It's obviously not ideal. We need to find a way to deal with the champion. I don't know if we do or not. Okay. Can't do anything about that. So what do we do here? Except for lose. We're going to get rid of this so they lose their trample, but it's a little bit too little too late for us. I don't think that red green really have that good a ways of dealing now. I'm gonna play this out on the Hateful Eidolon now. So they'll have to sack it. But the reason being is that it gives me a chance to scry on my upkeep. I don't think that's going to get us anywhere. Nice. But actually, I'm not going to scry my upkeep just because if we draw anything, it's going to be too small to deal with anything. So I think we might have to chalk this one up as a loss, sadly. GG's. Show them we had it. Okay. Yeah, Oppo had a fantastic deck. If you get this Tessin Champion out early enough, it does a lot of damage in a short space of time. But that's fine. So we're still on 3 wins, 1 loss. So we're currently playing even, but hopefully we can end on 4 wins. I think that would be reasonable for this deck because we don't really have any sort of major win conditions that are sort of groundbreaking. Yeah, 100% Hobgoblin. I mean, especially if you get it pack one, pick one, because you can just build around it. We played a deck while you were having your lunch that it splashed blue for the Eutropia thing, which was good. It was a really strong deck. Okay, so the skirmisher, what's it looking like? I don't think. Actually, yeah, I'm happy to trade that off. The lionfish, when it's got support, it can actually do a fair bit of damage. Okay, so here I think I'm going to. What should I do? I'm going to play out the petitioner. Gain that little bit of life. Not going to bother trading here. Okay. So here I will... That's an enchantment, isn't it? So here I'm going to play out Impending Doom. And they would have to... They would both have to block, which they're not doing. Perfect. So I'm more than happy to put them on the 3-turn clock. I've got Mystic Repeal. Oh, interesting. They didn't do anything. That's really interesting. Okay, let's go for it. Were they tapped out last time? They must have been. Let's go for it again. I'm going to Mystic Repeal this to the bottom of my deck. So this should fizzle, right? Beautiful. Go to blockers. They'll block with the Hidden Coves, which is fine. I will play Omen of the Forge. Get a trade with them. And I think overall, I mean, because if my creature would have died, I'd have taken 3 damage. They would have gained X amount of life. So it's all good. Whirlwind Denial. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Yeah, you can't complain about that. Omen of the Sea. They will get their 4th land. Seems good. And I am crashing out. Let's play this. Let's see what we can get. Oh no, you're joking. I'd have liked both of those cards, but sadly just wasn't the time. Okay. Oracle's good. They're not keeping counterspells up, surely. They are. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, scrying 2 to the top might just be a power move, actually. Okay. So, what do we do here then? Do I block? Okay. Interesting how they didn't attack with the Sea Guard as well. Hidden Coves. Rage Hound. Nice. Oh, it exiles it as well. Nice. Oppo is certainly doing some work here. I'm doing the best work I can with the limited tools I have to me. Oppo even took 3 there. Okay, we're still in it. We're very much still in it. A second Omen of the Sea for our opponent. 21 cards plays 22. Now they're scrying 2 to the bottom. And they're scrying again. Wow, they're really digging. But this is all on my turn, remember. Another 2 to the bottom. So this is the 5th card. It must have some utility for them. Banishing Light. Yes. I can't do anything about that. Okay. Okay, so we're going on to what could potentially be our last game. I mean, what can you do? There's nothing really here that can counter anything they were doing. I just need to play faster, I think. Tim. But regardless, it's been a very good draft, and we've had some exceptional games. Hobgoblin, I'll be uploading this to YouTube tonight. If you want to catch it, it's on our gaming. The first couple of games were actually pretty decent. Okay, so for sure we're going to be playing first. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that these aren't 2 mountains, but I did say I wanted a fast start, so a fast start is what I will get. Okay, so that's good. Play out the skirmisher. Okay, so the pride. Here I might. Here I'm actually going to go for the fateful end. Just what's. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Feel free to exile that. No qualms. So this is going to be quite interesting. Okay, so they've gone for the Lyre. I'm going to play this on the Arachnia to try and use up as much mana for them as possible. So we're attacking for 7 here. Beautiful. And so Oppo really does, if Oppo uses their Lyre to tap one of these down, then they're going to be in trouble. So they've got 4 mana. I kind of need to cast the second one, I guess. Interesting. It's good to get that out of their hands though now. Gonna tap down the Arachne. Okay. So I can get this out actually. Nice. And now we're posing a little bit of trouble. Okay. Doesn't have any bearing, I don't think, does it? Oh, target creature. Okay. Yeah, that's quite good. So what I'm going to do here is kill the Typhon with the... do I? Yeah, so here I think I just kill the Typhon by getting rid of that and going for 4. So Oppo's got all the mana in the world. They're going to tap down the Typhon. Keeping up 3 for... Okay. I thought they was going to keep up 3 for Deny the Divine. Evidently not. In which case I want to get the Annex down because I'm going to attack in with the Arachne. Now, if they were to block, I would have got a 1/1 what are they called? Satia tokens. Okay, so now Oppo's digging. Are they looking first? It's a little bit too late to get counter spells. Of course, I've got 4 cards in the graveyard, so I can get the Arachne back. Blue-white will have flyers somewhere. They might be digging for a win condition, maybe the Pegasus or something similar. Now this becomes really interesting. So what do I do here? I think... So actually I need to start dealing them... So they're gonna... I think if I was to trade off... I think if I was to... So, for this to kill this, they also... Okay. So, I thought they would trade the Lionfish for the Arachne so that they could exile the Arachne. Because there's no point exiling that. It has no bearing for us at all. And now Oppo's in trouble because... Oppo's in trouble because... I can still win, right? Because as Oppo, how much is that White Omen that casts 2 creatures? Red, so I need this, so. So if Oppo doesn't block, they die, essentially. But they could cast that, they could do that. Arachne. Actually, the Arachne would come back with only 3. Oppo's got something in their hand. Should I have gone in with both? Probably. Should I get rid of the... No, let's not get rid of the Arachne. Let's keep that around. Okay. So we've overcome the Dream Trawler, which is huge for us. Oppo obviously goes back up to 5 though. I don't think Oppo has anything. Okay. So Oppo should be swapping the Entrancing Liar now for the Warden. Just chipping away. We can still do this. Oh, you were talking about my green guy. Sorry, I've only just caught up with that chat. Yes, very much so. Very much so. Okay, so here, here, I know it's. I'm going to swap out one of the impending dooms for Gift of Strength. There's no. I would have sacked the green guy and then recast him. Oh, the Typhon. Yes, that's a good shout. Why didn't I do that? I think at the time I was thinking about potentially losing the. No, you're very much right actually. They kept him pinned down anyway. I mean, I would have swapped onto the Warden, but I think it was a little bit too late in the day for them to do that. But yes, I'm gonna swap in the Gift of Strength because there's no reason that anybody in this format is running a Gift of Strength. So if they are able to get the Dream Trawler out, they might block, assuming that I wouldn't have one. I don't know. Okay, so I'm on the draw, and if I'm on the draw, this is not too bad of a hand. Like I say, Magic is a very easy game when you get the cards that you need. Now, am I going to stick a Hydra's Growth on it is the question. I do like that card. No one else does. Okay. So this is a weird one. Because this has to attack in, right? I think I offer the race. Swappo, I think, has a few options in hand. Unless they're streaming, talking through their choices, because it looks like they're trying to weigh up what's best. And I'll tell you what, unless I get a fourth land, okay. So are they going to attack in with Theros because of that? Yes. Nice. And if they go to pass, I'm going to play the Mystic Repeal. Beautiful. Okay. So a couple of options for me now. But I think what I am going to do is play out the Hydra's Growth and get the race on. So this puts Oppo in a very sticky situation. Okay, so for me now, I think I'm going to Cassianix. I'll either draw out one of their counter spells. Okay, Deny the Divine's fine. I don't want them to use something such as Deny the Divine on the Ferocious Typhon, for reasons that it's a really powerful creature if you can get it out as a 7/7. Now Oppo's in a sticky situation here. Oh no, he's not. He's that card again. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's play out the Maze Warden, because we know how powerful this can be. You can offer a block on Alirios. Chancing Lyre. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Now this is an interesting one. I guess we should play this out. Be more mana efficient. Itchy fish. Play out the Typhon. And we'll pass. It's a shame I used the Mystic Appeal, but I do have the Return to Nature. Okay. Let's attack. See what Oppo's got. Nice. So why can't I cast this? One. Oh, okay. So what I could do. Have they got a? Nexus Wardens? Not really powerful enough for us, is it? Let's see if they've got a counter. I'd rather than get the counter out until now, unless they use one on one of our rares. So, okay. So now they can't really use the Lyre to its full effect. Banishing Light on the Typhon. Nice. Nice. I'm happy with that. Okay. So here, I think we... Final Flare. Choosing the War Leader. Play out the Stampede Rider. The reason we play out the Stampede Rider is to make sure they haven't got any sort of instance. Not that it kind of matters in this case because of the Hound. And Oppo needs to have an answer. GG's. Wow. I did not think we was going to get out of that one. Okay, so we're down to the last game. Overall, it's been a very successful draft, so hopefully we can go into the 5 wins. But regardless, it's a really good deck. So I was going to try and fit in a couple of streams tonight, but I think I'm going to have to call it day after this one. Well, that's perfectly fine. Hope you can join me for some more in the future. I'm going to try and get a... brilliant emojis. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a proper schedule going. Okay. So for the first 5 games, we had to mulligan. This isn't ideal, but it's not ideal at all, actually, is it? Okay. Let's get rid of the Annex for now. It's just so powerful though, isn't it? Return to Nature. Go on, let's do it. Let's okay. I'm happy with that. Mono Spiders. Destiny Spinner is an excellent card. Play out the second mountain just in case we get play out the first mountain rather, just in case we get a second, so we can pay the annex. But with this being the enchantment, we'd probably play out the wardens first. In all honesty. Okay. So let's have the +3/+3. Okay. So I think we know what card they're picking up. Not ideal for us, but I actually don't know how we would beat that in kind of straight combat. It's a weird one. Okay, so these Nyx lands are very, very nice. I've got these swamps. I need to pick up the others before we lose them. And another enchanting lyre. Wow. Okay. I mean, you've got to respect the the commitment of it. Okay. And I've got a feeling this is going to be a very slow game. Okay, so return to nature is good. I obviously bottomed my return to nature, so can't defeat the enchanting lyre at the minute. Interesting. Let's swing. And see what comes of it. Okay, so happy to get rid of the Destiny Spinner. If nothing else, it's an excellent 2-drop. Get a little bit of life, and now we're in a predicament where we're hoping Oppo bricks in terms of lands. And end of turn, Oppo should be tapping down the Wardens. Or the Arachne. So I can play out my Maze Warden next turn. Put a target enchantment on the bottom of its owner's library. So ideally I want something that would shuffle the library, but I don't think I have anything that shuffles my library. Okay. Perfectly fine to get rid of that. Oppo obviously gains that 2 life. But it means that I can do some serious damage with the Maze Warden this turn. So they have their own Typhon. Okay. So here I do play this out. Just on the off chance that... So we go in with... This doesn't fly, does it? No point going in with that then. We try and force some sort of block here. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Ah, is that what that does? Oh, of course. No, that's an excellent shout. To be fair, that's entirely on me. I'm not entirely that. I haven't seen that card being played too often. But you raise an excellent point. So now we want this to fight the. Really? Why? Okay. More than happy for you to fight that. So now is Oppo perhaps playing on the... Okay, so this actually now becomes a potentially winnable game. If the Oppo hasn't got enough mana to tap these down, so I'm going to keep the token just in case I get the flare. Okay, so I reckon Oppo has a Omen of the Dead, because this seems a very strange attack for me. Obviously, with that being buffed, it 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, with that being buffed, it gets us 2 tokens, which is obviously great. Oh. Good shuffle. Nice. So my issue now obviously is that with the warding gone, the Annex goes down. So picking up a red permanent here would be good. We don't really want the champion. So let's go for the war leader. Happy to play the war leader out. No, because it gets rid of the... Fool. Okay. Yeah, that was a mistake. Snake Eye lets you search... Yes. I can't agree with that. Oh, I see. So it's extremely powerful. Yeah, no, it's a. I've seen it played, but every time it's come up against me, I've had a final death in hand. I think it's been like 3 times because I normally veer towards black. So I've been able to deal with it quite effectively. Okay, and now we're in a little bit of trouble. So I could do with a red mana, or that would equally do. Although they have got 5 cards. They do have 5 cards in the graveyard. Let's... Here I think I try and set up a trade with the Typhon. Because I don't want them to be able to play both of these out, is the thing. And also it's got trample, so they do have to throw something in front of it. No, I should have played that before, shouldn't I? No, it doesn't matter. Because... Yeah, that's the reason. Because if I'd played that before, they would have just double blocked with something else. And if it was this, they could have easily have used that lifelink, which we don't want them to do. Although they can attack in now for free. I'm surprised they're keeping this tapped. What they probably don't want me to do is they probably don't want me to have it die. Nice, 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 nice. I don't think Oppo realises how seemingly powerful their deck is compared to mine. I think that it feels like they're playing around things that I very much haven't got. And that will likely be it, I believe. So it does stop them attacking in with the Gravebreaker, with the exception that... Very true. That is a good point. I can still do that now, so I can still sack here. But the thing is that when you do play the Arachna, it's one of the reasons it's so kind of powerful, right, is that it can deal with flying creatures. What have they got what have they got going on in the graveyard? They've got enough to bring one of these back. So maybe we do that end of turn. So if I sack this, then they don't get... They don't get the plus. They don't get the life. Okay. I don't really want to. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is a really tricky game because Oppo can allow literally swing. So what I'm going to do is end of turn. End of turn, get the Arachna back, and then kill the enemy of enlightenment next turn. I'm not a big fan of these, like. I don't think this deck does well in terms of the slow grindy matchups. So past that. Take 5. They're going to play the Typhon. Or I would play the Typhon. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got to find a way of dealing with that. They've got something else. Okay, nice. So, sack the Arachna. Resolve. Draw a card. This goes down to a 4/4. Play the Arachna and kill it. One, 2, 3. Oh, it's 4, isn't it? before. So we're still in it. We are still in it. Play the Oracle, because then, if Oppo attacks with the Typhon, I just triple block. The Oracle will deal damage to the Typhon, and it will get exiled. So Oppo's down to 14 cards. I'm at 20. What do I have? I have the Final Flare. And I have the Phoenix. The Phoenix is the one that could win it for us. So we lost the Arasta early on, didn't we? So let's see if we can come back from this. Oppo's taking their time. They're gonna tap down the layer. Nice. Okay. I mean, what could Oppo have here? Gift of Strength? They're not playing Gift of Strength, surely. If they do, they... What could they have? They could have Gift of Strength. I don't know why they'd be playing it. Okay. Nice. Well, that would have happened regardless. So that's a okay. Okay, so there's actually... So what are they going to play next turn? They're going to play the Arachna next turn. They're going to play the Arachna next turn, and... Or can they? They can, but they'd have to get rid of the Typhon. Maybe I shouldn't have played that. Maybe I shouldn't have played that. Nah, the more I think about it, I think that was a mistake. And I think that will have cost me the game. Because if I was Oppo, I would be jumping at the chance to play my Arachna, kill the Phoenix, and then sacrifice the Timuret. But... Okay. Okay. Are we still in it? So they can tap this down, but somewhere in my deck, I think is... Oh, okay. Right at the bottom of my deck is a Return to Nature. Brilliant. Do we try and get them with the final flare? So next turn, yeah, I mean, look, we are clean out, right? If they, I mean, we've got to do something this turn, because if we don't, this just runs rampant next turn. And no matter how many people, no matter how many creatures we block it with, I think this has been a hard fought battle. But now Oppo can make a mistake. So if they block with the Typhon, we kill it. That's interesting. Joking me. You are joking me. Okay. So here, Oppo can tap down the Oracle and just swing for lethal, I think. Nice. Yeah, no need to show them the final flare. Let's see what this, see if they want to show us more then. So let's just have a quick look through their exile. So that return to nature I needed to keep. Is there anything on the bottom of their deck or anything? No. Okay. So we can concede this. And we go to the next round. Play first. Brilliant. Mulligan. That would have been absolutely ideal had we had more lands. Okay. So this is that. The question is, Oppo, not an easy choice for Oppo either. Oppo's kept 7. The question is, do we keep 4 and these 2, or do we keep 3 and these 3? I think we're supposed to keep 3 lands. You wouldn't normally keep 4, would you? Yeah, let's go for that. Forest go. Okay, nice. Oracle go. Next turn we play the Annex. Okay. Or do we just go full out? I think we do. Let's tell Oppo that we actually mean business and they need to either gain life quickly or lose it. Okay, so Oppo has an instant, I think. I'm more than happy for Oppo to be using... Wow, okay. Could you not have... No, they couldn't have done. Okay, well, I'm more than happy for them to use 2 removal spells on that. More than happy. Okay, so Nexus 1's not the best shout here. Okay, so do I offer up? I think here, so this has slowed me right down. I think here I need to get rid of the Wardens. Okay. That's interesting. Why wouldn't they even contemplate a trade of some sort? Maybe because they want to make sure they gain life here, and they weren't even risking it. I could have had an Infuriator or something similar. That's interesting. So this doesn't actually help me in any way. I guess if I had have played the Omen of the Forge last turn, I could have scryed this turn. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's see what Oppo plays. See if they must have something. Okay, so Omen of the Hunt. So they're okay. Yeah, that's nice. Bump themselves back up. Okay, so let's see if they play anything but you can use the Omen of the Forge on. It does seem wasteful, but I am conscious that actually we've already missed out on 2 damage and a scry. And realistically, what are we holding it for? Okay. So this is much better. And that now actually I'm quite happy to just keep this back a little bit. Okay, so a second Wardens. It's going to be quite tricky for us to get through this. Contemplating, do I just swap these off? Seems a little bit wasteful, but I can't. Now let me think. They've used up. Yeah, let's trade that off. Gets me a Satyr token. So now we could actually start to annoy our opponent slightly. Let's see if they want to trade anything. I want to get rid of these Wardens because if I mean, so I've got a couple of ways of doing that. Wow, okay. So let's play the war leader. It's only a matter of time before Oppo digs far enough down. They're making this a really, really exciting finish to our draft, though. So it would be really good if we can end this draft on a high. But we know that Oppo has, such as that, some really, really powerful creatures in their deck. So whenever they play an enchantment or an enchanted creature, they gain 4 life a turn at the minute, which is a big deal. And they also get to go and chuck something into the graveyard. So these Typhons, when they come back, as we know, are 7/7s, and we find that really difficult to deal with in our deck, especially when we keep drawing lands. Let's go in with both. Let's start really forcing the subject to them. Okay, so we're not too fussed about this. But we do want to get rid of these wardens. So, here we... So when we play this, this gets buffed, right? So let's play Omen of the Forge, target Oppo, and then we don't really care about sacrificing those. So there you go. This will replace with 2 Satyr tokens, and let's then get the. We needed 1 more mana for that. But let's get a petitioner down. Gain ourselves a couple of life, and we'll see where we go from there. Really. So they can play this now. Okay. So this draws them a card and gives them trample, which is good. It's really good for them. So they're going to presumably go in for 5. Nothing I can do about it. No point with throwing the petitioner away. They've got bigger threats that might need being blocked, in all honesty. Conscious I am down to 9. I think this deck's overperformed, you know. I know we have got a couple of really good rares, but we've not seen them as much as we'd have hoped. Okay, so this is potentially huge. So she can do what? She makes XX elemental creature and trample and haste until the end of turn. So technically she can make a 2/2 at the minute. I think I keep it. I think what we need to do... Why is that pausing? What have you got? Omen of the Dead? Oh no, I bet oh no, they've got... Isn't this the deck that's got 2 Omen of the Hunts in there? I bet they'll fire it off now. Omen of the Hunt. Go and grab a land card. And all that jazz. Okay. That's enough of that. So what I can do though, and this is annoying that I have to do this, sacrifice this, and then it's 4, isn't it? Yeah, that's not ideal. Made a mistake there. Now I can get this into the graveyard and replace it, but then it'll be a 5/5 and this won't do anything. Okay. So let's pass the turn. Give them a oops. So they're going to attack him for 5 plus whatever they attack him for here. I mean, I can, unless they buff it up, I can kill the enemy of enlightenment next turn. So that's one thing, I think. Unless they stick that Hydro Growth thing on it. Okay. So there's a very slim chance we can win this. but it is extremely slim. Hydra's Growth is one way of doing it. Okay, so we've got enough in the graveyard now. Okay, so let's bring that back. We've played this. We get rid of that, and that. I don't think we can bring this back, but... Okay. Oppo must know that they've got a far superior deck than me. They must know. So Oppo's got 3 cards in the graveyard, 18 cards left. I've got 24. I've got my Hydra's Growth, which is all lovely and whatnot, but the question is, like, what do I do with it? Like, so this is going to keep getting bigger every turn, and that's a problem. Oppo's just not going to attack. There's absolutely no reason for them to attack, which is the issue. I mean, they can think about it all they like, but... Really? Really? Okay. So. I'm going to put those 2 on there, because I can buff this by sacrificing a status token. And I'm going to put these 2 on here because I need to get rid of it. Don't be Gift of Strength. Just don't be Gift of Strength. Okay. What have you got, Oppo? Wow, okay. I mean, I completely understand, obviously, all of that. Okay. I mean, technically, I'm still alive. This is obviously a pain in that I'm going to be completely whitewashed this turn if they attack with all. Okay. I think, everybody, this is the end of our road here. Yeah, no, you're right, Hobgoblin. Yes, I was thinking that at the same time. It's a really weird one, isn't it? Because it's okay. So yeah, so we're gonna give the GGs, and that was a really good draft. It was we had some really good games at the start. And obviously, as the games get kind of more and more, it puts you into that higher bracket. Plays against people that are also undefeated, and so they have really strong decks as well. But we're gonna let Oppo just kind of play this out whilst we wrap things up. So yeah, so today's deck was red green. We had a couple of rares. We had the Arasta never really got into contention. I thought it was quite a weak card overall, and possibly shouldn't have sort of directed us towards green as much as it did. And then we had the Phoenix, which is 1 and 2. The Phoenix, which is 1 and 2 reds, and it did perform when we got it out in some of the early games, but actually it just didn't get out enough to make a difference. So yeah, so thank you very much for all of your comments and for watching the draft today. We sadly weren't able to get that 5 wins. Just gonna pop the deck up for those of you that would like to catch it. Possibly we needed a couple more Typhons. The wings were exceptional in the early games. They did, especially when we put them on things such as Rage Hound, which has to attack every turn. When it flies, it does do a lot of damage. The Impending Dooms and the Hydra's Growth, they were winning those games as well. Things we were disappointed with, definitely this card. I don't think we were playing against enough opponents which were using instants and sorceries, because obviously this is an aura heavy game. Stampede Rider, it did work. There's your Phoenix of Ash. It keeps recurring and it's extremely strong. Possibly needed to get it back from the graveyard a few more times than we did though. Cetesian Petitioner, basically just filler. Fateful End and Final Flare, they did do their jobs. But sadly we weren't able to, and actually Cetesian Skirmisher, as much as we hate this card, it did some work, especially in the very early turns. So yeah, so thank you very much everybody for tuning in. I've been Dean, and hopefully you can catch me on YouTube at Gaming, and also like and subscribe on Twitch. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much everyone. Hope you can catch another stream again soon.